Welcome JTV to our home where we live, and I just want to take a few moments to show you my Christmas house. Welcome to our home, and I just wanted to welcome you into my house to enjoy a little bit of Christmas. Starting out with this home, with our home, my husband and I have been married for 38 years. When Charlie started building this home, his mother had found in a magazine barns that were being converted into homes. And she had asked Dad, because Dad had a lot of property here in Jackson, do you have a barn that, Charlie could build a house out of? And so he said, yeah, I think, we've got some. Let's go out and look right out here on McCain Road. And all of this property his father owned. It was, this particular building here is the McCain Farm and Machinery barn. There's also several other foundations, and we've found a lot of old stone foundations, and even like cellars where there were buildings in this area. But this was a farm and machinery barn. When Charlie and I first started dating back in October of '80, he brought me out here right after they had torn the corn cribs off of the barn and said, I'm going to build a house out of this. And we basically had just started dating, so I was like, who is this guy, and how's he going to do this? Well, through the years, he did it. And we've actually, in the beginning, it was a bachelor house. Him and his friends stayed here, lived here, worked on it every weekend. It became a project for them with a lot of people from the Jackson community that knew his family that helped out and taught Charlie a lot of different things. And the beams that you see here in our home are the original beams, or underneath them are the original beams. We actually have, refinished the home over the years. We had a new staircase built probably about 8 years ago. In the beginning, we still have the original windows and the original door. Charlie's lived here now for 42 years, and I've been here for 38. In that amount of time, we've changed. We've done remodels. We've remodeled our kitchen, remodeled bathrooms, made different, at the time we had no children, so now we had 3, and so we made bedrooms and that kind of thing. I have several different collections that I've started, and every year I decorate my home differently. It's a pleasure for me to share this with the Jackson community. And just starting out over here, I try to put wreaths on every doors that I can. And the true meaning of Christmas, of course, we have Jesus and Mary and Joseph here in the corner. I have, different pillows and different things scattered in different places. I have a barn out back that I store all of my Christmas stuff in, and I never decorate my house the same way twice. I've shopped locally and also find a lot of different things in different states when I visit. This is one of my favorite pieces that I got down at Daphne's in Homer, and hang that every year, actually in the same place, of course. But as you can see, this is the living area, and it's all totally open. We don't have any divisions, so it makes it a very nice house to entertain. We have had several Christmas parties here and entertain Christmas every year. Christmas is our favorite time of year, and as you can see, we really do I really do decorate almost every corner of the house, and I totally enjoy it. During the Christmas season, I don't even really like to go any other place because I just enjoy being at my home. This Christmas pillow I made when Charlie and I started dating, and actually presented it to Charlie's mother for Christmas, and she had it out every year at Christmas. And the year before she passed, she was going through different things, and she gave it back to me. And as you can see, I mean, this pillow's at least 38 years old, and it still looks like new. I just, store it very nicely in plastic, and every time I look at her, or look at this, it kind of reminds me of her and how much she enjoyed this, that I had made for her. On my Christmas tree, several of the ornaments are just things that I really like. I love Lucy, so my sister buys me I Love Lucy ornaments. I have a sister tree with all Hallmark ornaments on it, but I don't have it out this year. It's all pastels, so I was kind of waiting till next year when my grandchildren are a little bit older, the little girls, so that they will want to just look at it and not play with it. My tree is mostly Santas and snowmen, and also each year when my children were born, I have baby shoes with their names and the birth dates that they were born on. Every year I do my Christmas tree differently. I have Waterford ornaments on there. I have a lot of the Christopher Radko ornaments. I just don't really have a theme. It's just all of my favorite ornaments on there. We went to Washington, D.C. a couple years ago, and so I did get some ornaments from the White House. And sometimes I use garlands, sometimes I use bows. Every year it's different. I do use the same star though. This is my Frosty the Snowman hat. I put it out in different areas every year. The other day I was just over in Chelsea and picked up this little framed Joy to the World that I like small things and dainty things. So I just put that on there this morning and I thought that looked really cute. I love tablecloths, and these tablecloths I get down at Daphne's in Homer. She has them for different occasions, and I think they just add a lot to the decorations. And I forgot to talk to you about over by the front door, I have an old cupboard that a person hand painted, and it's a Christmas tree with Noel on it. And I put that in different areas in my house. I've hung it on the wall, and I just have it leaning over there underneath my crucifix this year. Oh, well, my grandmother and my mother have always collected. They collected Christmas china. They would go to Windsor, Canada every fall and get different bone china, and that was the place to go. They would go with their friends and make a whole day out of it. And my grandmother and my mother they made different Christmas ornaments and that kind of thing, and it's always just been my favorite time of year. And so I always, whenever I go to different shops and stuff, I'm always looking in the Christmas section. And I also have worked at a small gift shop in Homer, and I would work for Christmas stuff and decorate for her and also work there. And that's where I found a lot of my different things that I collect. A lot of my different Santas, my angels, and my different Christmas ornaments. and I just really enjoy creating throughout the Christmas season. This is our family room where we spend most of our time just watching TV and entertaining. I have different collections here. I do most of my own arrangements and make them differently every year. Just try to add a little bit of sparkle, I call it my Christmas magic, in different corners of my house. As you can see over here, we have some bottle brush trees and some different things that I've picked up over in Chelsea. And over here, this actually used to be where we stored wood when we had a wood stove, and we would put the wood in there, and our boys, when they were younger, would load it. You can see there's a door in there. We would load it from back, from outside. And we had, at that time, we had a wood stove. This now is a pellet stove, and we don't have it lit right now, but we do use it when it gets really cold. This is one of my latest pieces. A girlfriend of mine from South Carolina had one of these at her home, and so I decided to make one myself. This is a jewelry tree, and then I had it framed and mounted. It holds some really special things in it from my grandmother. There's a picture of my sister and I in it. My grandma was a tatter, and tatting is a lost trade. Well, I have the Lennox Christmas tree over here, which my mother has gotten me different snowmans for every year. And most of them are dated with what year that they came from, and they're all Santas. And actually, my mother just gave me these 3 candy canes this year because she also has a Lennox collection and wasn't going to use them. And I said, "Oh, could I have them?" And she said, "Certainly." This Christmas tree skirt, I can't really remember where I found it, but it is made out of the felt, and it's an old-fashioned Christmas tree skirt, and it really reminded me of the stockings that my sister and I had when we were growing up. So, and my mother and father both commented on that too, because it reminded them of our old stockings, which I don't even know if they're still around. I haven't seen them in many years. I love silver and gold. So this room I did pretty much in silver and gold with a lot of lighting. I like the Christmas magic, the sparkle of different lights. The stuff that I put on my mantle, I found that down in North Carolina. So when I do travel, I like to pick up different things. I love Santas and reindeer and, just the usual Christmas stuff. Right here, I have my nativity scene. I actually have a couple different nativity scenes. The one that you saw over by the front door, a small one here. Jesus, holds a very special place and is the reason for Christmas. And so I often just sneak it in with all of my decorations, just as a reminder of what the season is actually about. Of course, this is St. Nicholas up here, and pictures of my grandchildren, and also another nativity scene that I have on a timer. The fireplace and the mantle, all of these stones on this fireplace were handpicked off of this property. And my husband was lucky enough to hire Roger Weaver, which is a very well, I want to say he's famous. He is famous in the Jackson area. He is a craftsman that would chip all of his own stones, and he built our fireplace for us. Back when the fireplace was built, we had the original wood from the beams and actually from the siding from the barn, but we've kind of refined a lot of the things that used to be mostly rustic. We still try to keep some of the rustic in here, but we've refined it a lot over the years, just because this is a lot easier to keep clean than dust, and dust than that old barn wood. These are the pieces that I got at my girlfriend's down in South Carolina, and they're separate pieces. I just completed the swag with different glass ornaments and these beautiful pine cones, and that's what they're known for down south, of big pine cones. So I got those to kind of remind me of my girlfriend Beverly. Coming into the dining area and the kitchen, I have some of the Lennox snowmen here, just in my china cabinet, with my crystal cabinet. And over here are the bone china Christmas dishes that my mother and my grandmother both collected. They would go to Windsor every year with their girlfriends and make a day of it, and pick up different patterns. My mother and my sister now all have, or they both have, large collections of the cup and saucers. I don't have the large collection. I mean, eventually I'm sure I'm going to get that from my mother, and we'll find a place to display that. But at Christmas time, I have the one pattern that just helped me collect, but also she has several different of the cup and saucers. All this. Charlie got that stained glass window out of a place down by Foot Hospital, well, Henry Ford Allegiance, when they were building Foot Hospital. He found that underneath an awning of the house and brought it and had it redone and put into our home. Here I have my little collection of aprons. I have 4 grandchildren. I have a grandson and 3 granddaughters. And at Christmas time, they like to help in the kitchen, so now they have aprons. And when we make cookies or when they come over, they like to just kind of play with that kind of stuff. Here I have my calendar that I've had for probably 30 years. And I just put it up on my bulletin board and kind of decorate it. And it has the magnets that you can move from different days on there. I've had to glue it a few times because it's kind of taken some wear and tear. Over here, I just have a little bit of nostalgia. I like to mix it up with the old and the new. And our kitchen here, we redid our kitchen back in '97. And then about 6 years ago, we repainted the cabinets. So now we still have the original, or the same cabinets, but we've just done them differently. Over here, I just have my little Santa Clauses, and they remind me of some that I had when I was younger, and mugs that I had when I was younger. These are a replica from the Pottery Barn, but these little Christmas tree salt and pepper shakers, these were my grandma's, and I always remember using them at Christmas time. And that's why I got these from the Pottery Barn, because they kind of go with the whole nostalgia. This is what used to be my children's playroom, and I've taken it back and made it my grandchildren's playroom. I have all their Christmas books out ready for them when they come over, and different toys. I picked up some little Christmas, of course it's plastic, and I'm still looking for 2 more wooden chairs to add to this, so that they have their own dishes for Christmas also. They can pretty much do anything they want in this room, and we can either read. This is their room where they can just play. Thank you for coming to visit my home, and I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas.